I don't think people realize how hard it is as a woman to feel like you constantly need to please everybody. Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Victoria, aka Tori, and this is Talks with Tori. So if you are new to my channel, which I'm sure most of you are because I have never really been consistent with this channel, you can see in my description, which I'm hoping that you guys read. Basically, it's going to give you an insight of where I'm at in my life right now and why I'm starting this page and what my goals are and the kind of message that I want to be sending to females and males and just, you know, everybody in general across this world. For today's topic, as you can see in the title of this video, it's going to be about me undergoing plastic surgery and growing up with a breast deformity, as well as that deformity leading to bullying and insecurities of my own. So I do want to reflect on all of those things, but to get started, I am going to be talking about the breast deformity. Now, if you want to skip to a certain subject, for example, the breast surgery and who I had the surgery with and cost and experience of that, I will put in the description the time that you can click on to go straight to that part so that you don't have to waste your time listening to me ramble on, because I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate that when I watch YouTube videos. Like, I don't get to the point. So this is me getting to the point. I have and always will have tuberous breast. What tuberous breast is, well, when you're going through puberty, instead of the breast forming properly, there's a lack of breast tissue, which triggers the shape of your breast to end up becoming sort of just triangular. But I will show you guys a picture of what tuberous breast is and the difference in comparison to a regular female breast. Now, as you can see, I don't have that problem anymore, hence the breast surgery. But I need to stop saying breast. How about you guys take a shot every time I use the word breast, yeah? All right. And I'm just gonna keep drinking water because, yeah. So I'm 22 now. I was 21 when I was diagnosed with tuberous breast. No, it's not this sort of illness or anything. It has no effect on my health whatsoever, but that is just the kind of breast that developed. In around middle school and high school, I always felt very insecure about my upper body, my chest, but I was constantly getting bullied for the fact that I didn't have these normal sized breasts, nor were they shaped like the average female that you saw walking around my high school. It was very uncomfortable for me. I always was wearing padded everything, padded bras to padded swimsuits, and it made me very self-conscious because I had nothing to fill out a bra. I refused to be sexually intimate throughout high school because I just didn't want to share that part of me. I didn't want people to know. And it was just really hard because I just couldn't love my body. I couldn't feel comfortable being myself. I couldn't feel comfortable wearing a certain type of dress. I felt like as much as I wanted to feel beautiful, I had to hide that part of my body. And it was dreadful. You know, guys, teenage boys especially, are fucking assholes. I just constantly got bullied. I remember specifically one guy pointing out in front of a group of other guys and girls in our class saying, "I would date you, Victoria, but you don't have any tits." And not only was it an issue with me having small tits, it was me having nothing at all. The shape of them was completely awkward. And growing up, you know, you see all these models on magazines and you expect your breasts to be not always big, but round. And I didn't have that. And it was very hard for me. I remember my first boyfriend in high school wanting to, you know, be intimate with me in that way, and I refused to let him see me topless. And I just felt like I had to hold back. There was only one guy in my entire life where I actually felt comfortable enough to share my body with, and even that still to this day is hard. And I don't know how common tuberous breast is, but I really hope that there's people who talk about it. There's girls that might wonder if they have it or know that they have it already. I hope that you guys can address this and make it something that's more known, because I would Google tuberous breast and girls who had it on YouTube and whatnot and try to hear people talk about it, and I could hardly find anything. It's not that commonly talked about, and I don't even know if I'm using proper English, but for that reason, I have felt so alone throughout my life physically. I just feel like I could not compare to all of these other girls because of the way that my boobs looked. So it's not something severe to talk about, but if you do have tuberous breast, or if you think you do, feel free to message me or even comment down below. If you're having problems finding the confidence in owning your tuberous breast, or if you're thinking about undergoing plastic surgery, whatever you want to do is fine. But honestly, please talk to me about it. It would be nice to have somebody to talk to about it. I had to make a really huge decision, and I didn't feel like I had anyone to compare and contrast with, because I didn't know anybody who had tuberous breast, or at least if I do have friends that have it, they never talked about it or they never really looked into it. I went to quite a few plastic surgeons, and I was able to get a few doctors to say you have tuberous breast without me telling them that I was thinking I have it. They just told me already, and I felt instantly relieved. I don't think people realize how hard it is as a woman to feel like you constantly need to please everybody, and it really takes a toll on you. I've always thought I'm beautiful. I'm not gonna try and degrade myself right now to be humble. I think I'm a very beautiful person inside and out too, so I have that to back me up, but I'm not stuck up. But again, even though I thought I might have been physically attractive with my face or my body, I always felt like I wasn't good enough. I always felt like there was some sort of level of perfection that I needed to reach. And it sucks because you see all these Instagram models. Social media has just created this horrific body image issue, and I hope that this current generation that I am growing up in and the future generations to come can teach their daughters that it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what your breasts are shaped like, you are fucking gorgeous. And I hope that women can now teach the women of the future that it does not fucking matter what a guy thinks about you. It matters what you think about you, and that's it. So now this leads me to deciding to undergo plastic surgery. These are breast implants. I am now a full 34C. I was a 34A prior to my surgery. I still have tuberous breast. Nothing is going to go away about that. But I was able to make them appear fuller and rounder like I wanted them to be. I have been telling my mom ever since I was little that if I never get boobs, I'm gonna go buy them. And the youngest I can remember me saying that was probably about 7 years old. So the fact that I was a 7-year-old saying I'm gonna get plastic surgery one day is honestly really kind of sad, but that's exactly what I decided to do. Was it an easy decision? No. Because still to this day, if I felt like I was capable of loving my chest the way it was 100%, I feel like if I could have accepted myself being braless in public with my original natural chest that I had, then I would have done it. Having a breast augmentation is not easy. The process of recovery is slow. It takes time, it takes patience especially, and you do need to be careful. Again, I really did have to think about the surgery, the pros and cons of it, and the recovery time, and things that it would prevent me from doing in the future if so, and having scars intentionally for the rest of your life on your body that you didn't even need to have. There's nothing wrong with going under the knife, and there's nothing wrong with being natural and owning the fuck out of your flaws. I do not regret it. I love my body even more now. I feel like I can fill things out and I look really natural. I didn't go too crazy to where I don't look proportioned to my body. I'm happy. I'm happy with my body now, and I mean, I was before with everything else about my body, but I'm even happier. Obviously, I'm not 100% confident now. I still have my insecurities, but I don't regret the decision. So 3 weeks ago, I got a breast augmentation by the doctor, amazing doctor, may I say so myself, Dr. Taneja. He is based out of Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, and Pasadena, California as well. He has been in the practice for many, many, many years. I went to my consultation with him. We set up, you know, what size I was thinking about getting and like how I wanted them to look and if I was going to get them under the muscle or whatever. And then we also settled on a price at the end of the consultation. So after meeting with Dr. Taneja and talking about what I wanted, we agreed to get 450 cc's in silicone under the muscle. I ended up getting 485 cc's in my right breast, and in my left I got the 450 cc's, basically just to even them out because they weren't well proportioned at all prior to my surgery. So for me it was $5,500. There was a couple of other expenses on top of that that I needed to pay for, my surgical bra, medications, and you know, the like stretch mark creams and scar creams. So all of that needed to be added on top of the $5,500 that I spent for the surgery. For everybody is different, so if you do want to know an exact price for how much it's going to cost you, go make a consultation with Dr. Taneja. It is free and you can figure out how much it's going to cost you and whatnot. Yeah, that's not my job. But he is an absolutely amazing doctor, and honestly, I highly recommend him. His prices were amazing for like the work that he was doing. My overall recovery process went incredibly smooth. I didn't have that much pain, or at least to the extent that I thought I was going. I thought I was going to be in this agonizing pain and that I was going to cry every day, and no, it did not happen that way. It was a very smooth process. I do have a high pain tolerance though, so that might have helped. But yeah, I mean, other than obviously you're going to feel sore, you're going to feel this weight on your chest that you're not used to, you're going to have hard times getting up and sitting down on the toilet to use the bathroom and etc. Now when you do get your breast augmentation, or at least for me, I was told that I cannot go swimming for 4 months. So if you do want to enjoy your summer, I honestly suggest getting a breast augmentation done in like fall or winter time so you don't have to miss out on the summer activities, because me, pool parties out of the question. So, but let's see, I cannot wear a regular bra for 2 months. I'm supposed to be wearing a bra right now, but I wanted to film this and look decent. But I wear sports bras constantly. I had to wear my surgical bra for a while, which was honestly not that comfortable. It provides a lot of support for you. The process wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. As for stretch marks, I did not get any, so I'm really happy about that, but I still apply cocoa butter or bio oil just in case. You know, you always want to be safe. For scar creams, I have not been able to apply any scar creams yet because I believe I need to wait this whole 6 weeks before I can start using scar creams. I'm not too sure of that, but that's what I think I recall. So yeah, as for everything else, it just went entirely smooth. It does take time. You have to have patience. You don't want to go crazy partying braless and whatnot every day after your surgery. You want to make sure the recovery process goes 100% smoothly because you are spending a lot of money. You want them to heal properly. Don't mess it up. That's all I have to say about my breast augmentation. Again, with the tuberous breast, I will always have it, but it is by far, like, it doesn't affect me the same way. My breasts look so normal now. The shape of my breast now is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy. I'm so confident with them. I really do have Dr. Taneja to thank for that. You were an amazing surgeon, and yeah, I highly recommend him. I would like to hear if you know anybody who has tuberous breast or a celebrity that has tuberous breast. Honestly, if you can own it without ever having to go under the knife, do it. own your differences and make that shit known and preach about it and talk about it with other females so that we can all feel kind of less self-conscious about ourselves when it comes to having a breast deformity like that. But if you do feel like you just cannot live with the way they are, have surgery done. People are gonna judge whether you do or don't do something, so do it anyways or don't do it. Who gives a fuck? Whatever makes you happy, you do it. So thanks for watching my first talk with Tori. I hope that this can give women a little bit of insight on what tuberous breast is and a breast augmentation, and I hope that me describing it helped a little bit. If not, feel free to always ask me more questions in the comments below or message me privately. I will be happy to answer any of your questions for you. And I thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what else to say.